Football is back and the Premier League is finally back. Boys and girls, welcome to a new series where myself, Fayz, and 3 other SDS members, we are going to be predicting all 10 games in every single game week till the end of the season. The winner will get a prize. The losers, forfeits. It could be beard gone, it could be going bold, it could be down the hair green, just like Liban, but this time I'm doing it actually right. Like Liban, he put some highlights actually down the hair green. Listen, a lot of forfeits. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be difficult, and let's see who's going to win the league table. Before we go any further, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be way more consistent. Last month, I put my hands up, I wasn't consistent. But this month, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be so consistent with match reviews and different sort of content on this channel. And of course, comment your own predictions. Let me know what your predictions are for every single game week. And this is the leaderboard. It is myself, Shoaib, if you guys don't know him. Basically, I have given you guys the All-Stars producers. Now, listen, SDS are so great, as you guys know, but the reason why SDS is so great is because of these 3 people, these 3 individuals. They are what make SDS great. Like, yes, you guys see me, Sharky, Lias, Fuad, Ilyas, Liban, Izzy, Stars, Rinity, Abs, and so many other people, guests, Luca. Man, listen, it's all great. Sunshine, flowers, it's all great. But these 3 work extremely hard behind the scenes to make SDS what it is right now. So give them a lot of love. And that's why I said, you know what? These 3 needs to be part of it. And I want to see if they're ball knowledge, because, hey, they don't get to be on the table. So let's see if their ball knowledge is great. Like we've seen at Steve, innit? Win, please. And the first game is, ironically enough, win, please. But listen, we're going to rank this every single week with the coming weeks. So you guys, next week, let's see who's going to be leading the table. But as of the first game, Arsenal against Forest. Ange, his first game. Arsenal, Eze potentially start on his first game. Maybe. Saka's, of course, not healthy. Nani will be starting on the right-hand side. Odegaard, to be fair, had a decent Norway international duty. But listen, it's Arsenal at home. And yes, I know it's got the new manager bounce. Will it work for Forest? I don't think it will, even though Forest got some great players. Like Elliot Anderson is coming back after winning the man of the match with England against Serbia. So I think Forest got some great young players, great bunch of talent in that team. But I still think Arsenal at home, I think they will clinch it. I think it's enough. And my prediction, alongside the other predictions, are I'm going to go with 3-0. Hasib is going with 3-1. So he thinks Arsenal's going to concede. Hussein is going with 2-2. Yeah, this Dunny, wallah, you know what? It's Arsenal hate tax. Arsenal hate tax, bro, straight away, wallah. And Shoaib is going with a 4-1 Arsenal win. So we've got 3 people predicting Arsenal to win. I think, I'm going to be real as a tap-in. I think Arsenal will win. I don't see Forest. Maybe they might score the first goal. I don't think they will, but according to those 3 people, they will. Maybe it's going to be a tight game, but I don't think it will, man. I just think Arsenal will get the early goal, second goal in the first half, and then the third will come in the second half. I think Eze will start, and I think Victor will score as well. So I'm going to go with 3-0, as you guys can see from my prediction. The next game is Bournemouth against Brighton. This is a very good matchup. 2 young managers, 2 great teams. I would say young, talented players, you know what I mean, on both teams. And this is a good matchup, in my opinion. I think Anthony, he started the season very well, you know what I mean. Yes, he lost against Liverpool, but the other 2 games picked up 2 wins, including going away to Spurs, picking up a W. Brighton finally picked up a win. They finally won the first 2 games. They didn't win, but beating City at home, of course. But beating City is always big, is always massive. I'm going to be real. This is tight, but I've gone with 2-1 Bournemouth. Hasib has gone with 2-0 Bournemouth. Hussein has got... Say wallah, you're copying me, Hussein. Say wallah, brother. And Shoaib has gone with a 1-1 draw, which isn't actually that bad. I can see a draw in this game, but I do think Bournemouth will clinch it and go ahead with a 3. Listen, I think Anthony... if you guys did see, I predicted Bournemouth to finish top 5 in the Premier League, even without... the likes of Huysen or Zabani or Kirkus or Kepa or the whole back 4. I predicted it without them. I still think Bournemouth got enough players. And most importantly, Anthony, I think he can make any random player into a great player. And I think that's what he'll do this season. And listen, that's why 3 people got Bournemouth to win. Next game, Palace against Sunderland. Palace have started the season well, I can't lie. Last minute goal, last game. They've got 6 points, I believe, out of 3 games. Palace, they've started the season strong as well. You know what I mean? Without SA, they're still winning games. For that reason, I'm going to be real. At Palace, at Sellers Park, I'm expecting Sarr to continue his good form, Arteta to continue the new arrival, Yerome Pino, which they signed for 35 million. I am going to go with the Palace win. Hence the reason why I predicted Palace to win 3-1. Hasib predicted 2-1 Palace. Hussein predicted 2-0 Palace. And Shuaib predicted 1-0 Palace. Listen, 4 people predicted Palace to win. So if Sunderland gets a draw or even a win, all of us look clueless. Then you guys can put down in the comments and say, SDS, don't nothing about bull. And I'll put my hands up and say, you know what, fair enough. But if 4 man predicted Palace to win, surely it will happen. The next game, we have Everton versus Aston Villa. And Everton, I can't lie, fair play, great start to the season. Especially man like Jack Grealish, who won, of course, the Player of the Month in August, 4 assists after 3 games. Like, he's playing amazingly. And I think, ironically enough, I still think he'll continue that streak, and I think he'll get an assist in today's game. Listen, against his former club, Aston Villa have started the season so poorly. They haven't won a single game out of the first 3 games, even though they've bought a couple of players. Sancho might start his first game. Listen, Unai is under pressure, because if Unai continues his bad form, even though they've got Europa League, if he continues his bad form come November, December, listen, Aston Villa, they can't afford to finish top 10, top 15 with the players which they have on high wages. All of them are high wages. So Aston Villa are desperate for a win, and they need to finish within the top 8, top 9, in my personal opinion. But even though, despite that, I still think Everton will continue their good form, especially Grealish. Of course, we might see the new signing, Dibbling on the right-hand side. Dewsbury Hall has been playing very well. Beto and Barry up front. I think, listen, they've got a good team, and that's why I'm predicting Everton to win 2-1. Hasib is predicting 1-0 Villa. So Villa might pick up their first 3 points according to Hasib. Hussein is saying 3-1 Everton, and Shuaib is going with the same prediction as myself with 2-1 Everton. The next game is Fulham versus Leeds, and I'm going to be so real. By the way, there's so many 3 p.m. kickoffs. Like, that's about 5, 6, 3 p.m. kickoffs on Saturday. None of them matters, especially this one. Wallahi al-azim. Like, you thought I might say this game is... Wallah, it's not. Wallah, I'm not going to watch this game. I might watch the highlights. I'm going to be so real. I'm not even going to speak too much about it. Fulham is going to win this game. And I am putting... This is a spoiler. This ain't a prediction. It's a spoiler, bro. Fulham is going to win this game. Whether it's 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, they're going to win this game. That's why I predicted 3-0. Hasib predicted 1-0 Fulham. Well, listen here. When you see people like Shuaib and Hussein doing stupid things like this, you wonder why they're behind the table, wallah. They wonder why they're behind the table. They wonder why they are producing, they are creating, they are editing. You know how I said earlier, them man are doing great work behind the scenes. You know what? Bun that. They're not doing no great work behind the scenes. Because you've got Shuaib who's using his double points. By the way the schools are going to be, like the way the school line is, if you get the right team to win or draw, you get 1 point. If you get the right score line, you get 3 points. But every game week, you get a double point. This Haywan is using his double point on Leeds. He thinks Leeds is going to go away to Fulham. To be fair, Fulham hasn't started the season greatly, but still, Fairs. And Hussein's going with a 1-1 draw. Wallah, Fairs. Wallah, no, that's not Fairs, bro. Stupid. Newcastle Wolves. Newcastle have yet to win. I think they drew against Villa. They lost against, of course, Liverpool in the last second. And they drew the last game, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot who did they play last game? Against, was it Villa last game? It was Villa last game. And the first game was, I forgot who the first game was. But I'm pretty sure they drew the first 2 out of 3 games. Now they're under pressure to win. With the new signings, Walter Maid is going to be playing. Of course, Wissa is going to be there. I think both of them are going to be playing. I think they're going to play because, Gordon is out with the suspension. So we might see Harvey Barnes, Wissa, and Walter Maid up front. And for that reason, I'm going to go with the Newcastle. I think Newcastle won big. I think at home, Wolves has been awful defensively. They've been leaking out goals every single every single week. I'm going to go with 5-0 Newcastle. Hasib's going to go with a 4-0 Newcastle. Hussein's going to go with a 3-0 Newcastle. And so is Shaib. So listen, all of us are predicting a big Newcastle win. Again, if Wolves surprise the whole world, wallah, fair play. But I don't think it will happen. Let's be real. Then West Ham against Spurs. West Ham picked crucial 3 points last week. Like, Potter was under pressure and they picked up a massive win away from home to Villa. They're playing against the side in Thomas Frank, who, of course, lost the last game against Bournemouth, but have picked up 6 points out of the first 3 games. So not bad of a start. Listen, West Ham's Spurs, it's a London derby, of course. I'm going to be real. I went with the 2-1 Spurs. I do think with the signings of Xavi Simons and the signings of Kudus being there, I think Simons is going to have a massive game. I think Simons is going to have a massive game. And depending who to start in the midfield, I'm going to be very intrigued who to start. Are they going to start with a Sarr, Palhinha, Bentancur, or are they going to put Bergwijn in there? I think Palhinha must start, especially in this kind of game. Like he started him against Bournemouth last game, which I don't think you should have because you've got the ball most of the time at home. But this time, I think Palhinha will start, especially to mark Paqueta. We also saw what Paqueta's celebration did last, and I think he's now on a redemption season, wanting to have a good season. I went with 2-1 Spurs. I think Spurs will clinch it later on. Hasib used his double points, went with a 2-2 draw. So did them man must have texted each other, wallah. Say wallah, you predicted 2-2 draw, Fairs, and Shaib would have won a 2-1. Wallah, this guy's copying. This is like the second or third time this done is copying me, wallah. Jarring, bro. Brentford, Chelsea. Brentford, brothers, sisters, dog and cats and haywans. Bro, wallah, just forfeit the game. Forfeit the game, just call it a day, bro. You ain't picking up nothing. You're not going to pick up nothing. Yes, Chelsea going to Brentford has always been difficult with Thomas Frank, but now Thomas Frank is not there. And Wembley's not there. Ivan Toney, when he was there, he was not there. Wislat's not there. No, God is not there. The players are not there anymore. Chelsea, this is going to be the most one-sided affair out of all the games, in my personal opinion. I went with a 4-0 Chelsea. Hasib with a 2-0 Chelsea. Hussein with a 4-1 Chelsea. He thinks, to be fair, they got Rob Sanchez in goal. I hear it. And then Shaib went with a 3-0 Chelsea. All of us are going with a Chelsea win. And this is what I'm predicting. This is what all of us are predicting. And I can't lie, man. If Chelsea don't win this game, question marks need to be had, wallah. Burnley, Liverpool. Now we're talking about Sunday. 2 p.m. kickoff. And similar to the game against Chelsea-Brentford, this is going to be one-sided as well. Isaac is going to be... to be fair, the question mark whether Isaac will start or not. I think he might come off the bench. I think the way Slot and Liverpool want, have Isaac, the presentation, I think they might want him to start at Anfield. So they might rest him this game and start him the following game, maybe Champions League. I forgot who they're playing Champions League next midweek or maybe the next league game. But I don't think Isaac will start, but I think Isaac will come off the bench and score. So I went with a 4-0 Liverpool win. Hasib went with a 3-0 Liverpool win. Hussein went with Brentford scoring and Burnley scoring, wallah. This done it. Just put it in the bag. Wallah, put it in the bag, bro. And Shaib went with a 5-0 Liverpool. Massive win. And the biggest game of the weekend is, of course, the Manchester derby. This is, of course, the biggest game on paper, but really and truly, both teams are approaching this matchup not on the best form. Funnily enough, United are actually above City, which is crazy to even think about it after United's poor start and losing, of course, in the third round or second round of the League Cup. But City hasn't started the season well as well. They've lost 2 games back-to-back to Spurs and Brighton. So City playing at home, they need to win this game. This is a must-win game. Haaland is coming off with an incredible 2 games with Norway, scoring 5 goals in 1 game against Andorra. So, of course, he's going to continue scoring his scoring form. And this is what I'm predicting. I'm going to go with a massive 5-1 City. Yes, I know there's 2 things with this. United has got a very good record going away to City. So, Etihad, United got a good record, even with Ten Hag, even with Ole, even with Jose when they won 3-2 with Pogba's header, and I think Smalling, if my memory stands to me correct. United got a good record when they go to City. And at the same time, Ruben have done well in the big games. Against Arsenal, yes, they lost. He did well. Even last season, they've done well against big teams. I just think City, they know they're under pressure. They know they have to win. And I can't see City losing 3 games back to back in the league. Like the streak, like the drought has to end, and I think it will end against United. Yes, no new goalkeeper. The only reason why I'm going with a massive City win is because two of United's best players this season in Mason Mount and Cunha, they're both out. And Dallow's out as well, even though he's been cheeks. I don't think they've got enough firepower up front. Yes, they might start Sesko or Bruno as a 10, or maybe Ahmad as a 10, or Mwemba up front. I don't think it's going to be enough. I think defensively, they're still as poor as ever. In the midfield, they're going to have Casemiro, Ugarte, something like that. Bro, I'm going to go with a big City win. And I'm using my double points as well. Hasib's going to go with a 1-1 draw. Hussein, this is just like, it's my team. Let me support my team. Let me love my team, even though I'm deluded, even though I don't believe it. Let me just support for the sake of believing it. Fair enough, I lie. And Shoaib is going with a 3-2 City win. Put down in the comments what all of you guys have predicted for all games, and let me know. So far, of all other predictions, what do you think the league table would be by next week? Who will be leading and who will be in the last place? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next week with one, reacting to our predictions, and secondly, giving you guys our predictions for game week 5. Peace.